Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to literally create happiness from within. So it's none of the scrap of like sit around and tell yourself you're happy. Like weird as bullshit. No. I mean that can maybe help to like a very small degree, but this is genuinely gonna like make you feel so good. So what David Goggins' mentality is do something hard every single day. And he's an extremely fulfilled person, right? Do you know why that is? It's because he does difficult things. Now you won't get the happiness in the pain itself. You won't feel happy when when you're on the third mile of 100 mile race. You're gonna be like, fuck, 97 more miles of this. That's what you're gonna feel. That's like the opposite of happiness. But after you reach maybe 80% of the challenge, like yesterday I did 200 pull-ups just for the sake of creating happiness. Once I reached around pull-up number 160, I remember the exact number, 164. I started feeling like this. The momentum was already like built up by then. That this is it's like no one can stop me after I'm done with 164. No one can stop me from reaching 200. So, but on pull up number 1 to maybe 20 were like, oh, this is easy. And the worst part is around 40 to 70, 40 to 80, because you're like this took so much like out of me and I have to do so much more of this, like that kind of mentality starts coming up. But the best part by far is the final stretch, the home stretch. So, and the 200 pull up is, it's like a spiritual experience to do that 200 pull up, even though it's gonna be like barely get your chin over the bar, but it's a spiritual experience. Like there's nothing that can replicate it. The true happiness, like the stars will look the brightest in the night sky when the night is the darkest, right? So after going through hell, your regular life starts to feel like heaven. And in my experience, like I used to do this thing of creating happiness through going doing something hard. I started this around the age of maybe 11 or 12. Like I used to go on random, like just in the building, like have a smartwatch. I don't know where it is now, but like I used to have a smartwatch that would track how much distance you're cycling, walking. You just have to enter what you're doing, the activity. I would cycle like 140 kilometers on a random weekend, or I'd run. Well, not run really, I would call it run, but it was basically like jogging at 5 or 10 kilometers per hour max for like 60 kilometers. And yeah, that's an ultra marathon. But then again, I wouldn't do it really in one go, so I don't think it counts as an ultra marathon. I'd go home, I'd eat something, come back. But so once I was done with that, I would always do these on Fridays or Saturdays so that I could rest the next day. Friday is the best because you get 2 days to rest. So I did my pull up challenge yesterday on Friday. So this weekend is gonna go amazing. So after that, when you go home and you sleep, first you're gonna sleep like a baby, okay? And even if you just sleep like 9 hours, which sounds like a lot, but after going through hell, 9 hours is like, it's definitely not ideal for a teenager. But even if you just sleep 9 hours, the quality of sleep is so good. It's worth like 12 or 13 hours of sleep, because in those 12 or 13 hours you will only get like 8 to 9 hours of good sleep. But if you have worked your ass off today and you go to bed tonight, in the 9 hours that you sleep, you will get 8 to 9 hours of sleep, because as soon as you hit the bed you're gonna doze off. And you're gonna, I don't know if this happened to everyone, but in when you were like a child and you didn't have to go to school and stuff, like very small, 3 or 4 years old, I still remember I would wake up around 8 7 or 8 a.m. every single day. And it's not like when we wake up now, right? We wake up tired. We literally sleep and replenish energy just to wake up tired. But I remember every single day when I was like extremely small, I'd wake up. Every day the clock was like, right. It was a different house, but the setup was very similar. I'd sleep on the bed, clock was right there, wake up, just see the time, and that was the first thing I saw in the morning. I'm like, okay, 7:30, so let's get up, let's get going. And the first thing I would do in the morning is jump off the bed and run around the house, and I would be so happy, and then go brush my teeth and get the day started. We don't do that anymore. First thing we do is either scroll on our phone or like just sit there and contemplate our life decisions. So yeah, but once you've done something hard the previous day, like let's say 200 pull-ups or a 140-kilometer bike ride or something, you're gonna wake up extremely energized, even though you're gonna be very sore. So you'll be very energized in the sense that you'll be very excited to talk to people and stuff like that, but you won't be really able to run around, walk around. Of course, if you biked 140 kilometers the previous day, or like today, my back is sore as fuck. Like, and my arms, like my biceps, it's crazy. Even my rear delts are sore. Like, it's another level. So, 200 pull-ups is like, well, I did like sets of 50 sets. You're supposed to do 10 sets in the gym, like max I think 12 or something. I did 50 sets, and I usually do like 8 to 10 sets in the gym. So 50 sets. Now I'm not gonna be training back for another whole week or something. But it was an amazing experience. So the point of these challenges is maybe around 20 to 30% to train your body, but the main point of these challenges, 70 to 80%, is to train the mind. And not only will it get trained and become stronger, but it has immediate results. It's not like going to the gym and it's delayed gratification of like you go to the gym for 2 years only, then you start getting jacked. No, you finish 200 pull-ups or you finish something really hard, whatever it is. Like, I don't do the cardio stuff anymore because I'm trying to bulk, and I'm like struggling really hard to gain weight because I'm a super ectomorph. Like, I can eat I don't know the exact calories, but like I can eat a fuck ton of food the whole day, and I'll like the next day I'll not be hungry and stuff, but I'll still not be gaining weight even though I'm doing my best to put food in my mouth. So it's just that cardio is, I do cardio like HIIT and stuff, and that really isn't what we're talking about when we say go through hell. So doing the 200 pull-ups, when once like you go through these different phases, and the 200 pull-ups took me exactly 3 hours. And David Goggins has said this, and it really changed my mindset on these challenges. When he ran actually I don't know which race it was, but he took 19 hours to run a race, and it felt like 5 years to him. Like, that's insane. You can fit so much of your life into 19 hours. You cannot add more days to your life, but you can add more life to your days, and the way to do that is to put yourself through hell. Not every day, of course. Like, I did 200 pull-ups yesterday. I'm not gonna now go and do 1,000 push-ups today. Like, I need to rest and appreciate that. Like, after you've gone through hell, even the normal world feels like heaven. So I need to appreciate that too. But once you've done those challenges, you feel like you're a new person. Because for me, I won't say those 3 hours were like 5 years, because it wasn't as hard as David Goggins' 100+ mile races are, but it was probably like a couple days. So I went through a lot in those 3 hours, but definitely nowhere near what David Goggins goes through. But then, come on, that guy is another level. So if you're a human, you can't compare yourself to him. So those 3 hours, I would say that was a very good use of my time. Even though it like sounds stupid to spend 3 hours in the gym, people who go to the gym will understand this. It's a very good use of your time. So yeah, once you put yourself through hell, it's all relative, right? Your emotions. Once you're living in normal for too long, normal is normal, hell is hell, heaven is heaven. Not real heaven and hell, I'm talking about figuratively. And once you go to heaven, which is indulgent instant gratification, the normal starts feeling like hell. But now, once you go to hell, the normal starts feeling like heaven. So great. So if you put yourself through hell, your normal life starts feeling like heaven. Which I actually, in my first video on this channel, I spoke about the gratitude, right? Showing gratitude brings you happiness. The same way that putting yourself through hell shows you happiness, which is why gratitude is putting yourself through hell to show God how grateful you are. Now, if you've been watching this video for over 10 minutes, that is absolutely insane. Like just some random 15-year-old kid talking about something. You've been watching this for 10 minutes without clicking off. That is insane. Like, your attention span is crazy. So, be proud of yourself for that. And now that's all for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to thank God for everything good in your life.